Hello, Steve Geischert here, bringing you another Parts Now tech tip. What I want to talk about today are paper jams. And you go, Steve, paper jams. What do we need to talk about paper jams for? Well, did you know that there are 3 different types of paper jams? Not everybody knows that. In fact, I'm kind of surprised when I go do training how many people don't know that. We have a physical jam, we have a stop jam, and we have a power on jam. And so what we're going to address today is going to be just the physical jam. And how do we troubleshoot that? Because if you troubleshoot all jams as a physical jam, you're going to struggle troubleshooting the later 2. Or if you try and troubleshoot everything as a stop jam, you're going to have trouble with a physical jam as well as a power on jam. So we're going to get to those other ones later, but let's talk about the physical jam now. I've got my lovely M806 here we're going to be working with here today. And we're going to be talking about the stop jam situation. This is a replacement for the LaserJet 9050. So when I get a paper jam in this thing, I could have multiple sheets of paper in it. Which one is, where in the machine should I say is the jam actually coming from? Because probably only one point caused the jam. I could have media in pickup assembly, coming up into the registration, through the transfer, into the fusing, coming up into my delivery assembly, also in the duplex unit. Which piece of paper caused the jam? And how do I troubleshoot it accurately? Well, the first thing I like to do is I like to go to the menu display. And looking in the menu display, it's going to show me a jam code. It's also going to tell me where to clear out that paper jam. In the duplex area, the right door, the left door, inside the paper path with removing the toner cartridge. So these are all clues. This is where I need to focus. What actually caused the jam? A lot of times your jam error code, look it up in the service manual, it will tell you what sensor has detected the jam. Is it because paper never got to the sensor like it was supposed to? Or could it be that paper stuck too long and it should have been gone by now? Something's wrong, tell them upstairs, we have a paper jam condition. So which sensor has detected that? From there, I can start focusing in on that area. Now on this guy, I've got a paper jam in my left door area where the paper comes out of the fuser and into the diverter assembly. So as I open up the door and look inside, I go, hey, look at that. I've got a jam inside here. And I can start taking a look and going, okay, well, what's going on? And as I pull out the sheet here, first thing you can notice is I've got a bit of an accordion here going on with the media. It's all wrinkled up. Why is it all wrinkled? Because whatever stopped it caused it to wrinkle up, crinkle up, jam up, just like a traffic jam out on the highway, right? You get the multiple stop. Second thing I want to do is look at that leading edge here. Probably not so much the wrinkle here, but that leading edge. Leading edge on this one is long edge first. A lot of your standard machines, it's going to be short edge first, but on this guy, it's long edge. And I'm going to look at that paper and go, okay, where's the crunch point? Where is it? And I look down the center, I can see a clear crunch point here. So this is where the paper's jamming, getting stuck in a physical jam condition. So better yet, if I hadn't pulled the paper out or the media, I could look back here and go, okay, well, it's right down the middle. What's down the middle that might be snagging the media as it's going through to try and figure out what's causing the crunch, right? And I look at this one and I go, hey, look at that. There just happens to be a paper clip that's sitting in the diverter assembly. How could that be? Well, I think we know how that is. Somebody rigged the machine in order to cause a jam. But this paper clip could have been sitting in my paper path up in the front half of the machine. Somebody's working there, dropped a paper clip, it went inside, gets in the paper path. Could be any number of things. But you're starting to get the idea here. I'm starting to look for, in a physical jam, what caused the crunch, right? Cause could be very simple, like a paper clip that's out there. Could be that I've got a guide that's out of alignment. Could be something that's not properly positioned in the machine. Could be I've got a piece of paper wadded up off to the side that just happens to be catching it, or even a guide that's starting to wear and it's now got a little nick mark on it that's snagging the paper. I'm also looking there again, leading edge, where's the little crunch point? Sometimes it's down the middle, sometimes it's off on the side. What's causing it? Could be I've got a tear in the media, something that cut it. Finding that crunch point, finding that physical jam condition is going to help you to troubleshoot the physical type of paper jam. So if you get stuck from there, you can call the tech support people. Of course, they're going to ask you 2 questions, right? First question is going to be, what kind of jam do you have? And the second question they're going to have, once we identify it's a physical jam in this situation, they're going to ask you what's causing it to crunch, right? Have you looked at that? So with that, we'll address the other types of paper jams in the future. And it's been good being with you today. This is Steve Geischer with another Parts Now Tech Tip.